Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTVNEWS, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Secretariat, Ms. Trương Thị Mai, member of the Politburo Standing Committee of the Secretariat, head up the Central Organizing Committee, he just signed and promulgated the Directive number 30 of the Secretariat on oral propaganda in the new situation.
Accordingly, in the coming times, in order to improve the qualities and efficiencies, continue to promote the strong and oral propaganda to meet the requirement of new situation. The Secretariat requires party committee and party organization to well perform a number of key tasks and solutions, which is boost the participation of party members and cadre, particularly the leader of oral propaganda, and the leadership and direction of party committees and organization at all levels. Maintain close coordination, establish synchronization, and further cohesiveness of entire political system with the core personnel of all levels of propaganda department, of propagandists and reporters. Strengthening the orientation and persuasive power of oral propaganda is linked to content renewal. This is particularly true of the party lines, ideological foundation, policies, and law, as well as the right elements and historical significance of the party, the nation, the party construction and correction, and the political system. Enrich the efficacy of words of mouth propaganda in all forms by diversifying your approach, focusing particularly on grassroots efforts, blind online and direct propaganda, and bolster the direct form in few areas and delicate complex issues. Boost the efficiency of the correlation between media propaganda and oral propaganda. Consistently bolster and enhance caliber of central, provincial, and district reporting team, the main propaganda unit at the local level.
And on the morning of March the 12th, the Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà, Chairman of the Vietnam National Committee on Aging, chaired a conference to summarize the 2023 and the direction and tasks for 2024 of the National Committee on Aging of the Vietnamese elderly. And the conference was connected online to 63 provinces and cities nationwide. Attending the conference, attending connecting point, there were standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Võ Đức Trọng. In 2023, the organization and implementation of regimes and policies for the elderly will ensure the complete, timely, and right subjects. 14 provinces and cities will raise the standard of social assistance and social assistance to a high level, higher than the prescribed standard, and 32 provinces and cities expanded the benefit carriers for the social assistance policies, most of which are the elderly. Supporting the Lunar New Year Eve of the Year of the Rabbit, the central and local agencies mobilized for 9,500 billion Vietnam dong, supporting over 25 million people independently. The whole country has 2.7 million elderly people receiving pensions and social insurance benefits, and there are more than 15 million elderly people with the health insurance cards, health cards, and spiritual life activities. For the elderly continue to receive attention from all levels of the elderly association with many meaningful and practical activities. Concluding the conference, Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà highly appreciated the result achieved in the work of the elderly and thereby clearly demonstrating the party in the state concern and care for the elderly and promoting the role of the elderly in the social life. For the key tasks in 2024, the Deputy Prime Minister suggests that there should be a national program and strategy to have a vision for the future. And on the morning of March 12, in Thanh Province, the cluster number 4 of the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations held a conference to deploy the People's Foreign Affairs Work Program in 2024. Cluster number 4 of the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations had 9 members, including the provinces Tây Ninh, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, Bến Tre, Bình Dương, Bình Phước, Đồng Nai, Long An, Tiền Giang, and Ho Chi Minh City. In 2024, the cluster number 4 of the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations will widely propagate and thoroughly grasp the resolution of the 13 Party Conference and other resolutions and directives of the central government, continue to improve the quality of the evaluation movement throughout the country in the 2021 and 2025 period. The evaluation movement in 2024 of the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations with a theme Solidarity, Innovation, Creativity, Excellent Completion of Thoughts and Achievements to welcome the 7th National Conference of the Union of the Vietnam Friendship Organizations, actively mobilize the participation and support of the Vietnamese compatriots abroad in the socio-economic development of the provinces and cities. And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of March 12th, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism Southern Province held a meeting on organizing the art exchange program TayNinhTV Pride. At the meeting, representatives of the departments, divisions, and branches discussed and agreed on a number of important contents about coordinating and organizing the program and gave many practical opinions to ensure the program is organized successfully with the goods and showing the pride in historical traditions, culture, and the people of TayNinh. The program TayNinhTV Pride is jointly organized by TayNinhTV newspaper and TayNinh Province, expected to take place on the evening of March 30th of 2024, and promising to be a unique culture and artistic highlight contributing to arousing the national pride, solidarity, and the will to build the homeland of the TayNinh Province to become increasingly rich, beautiful, and civilized in the future. And in the first 2 months of 2024, the total mobilized capital of the banking system in TayNinh Province reached about 66,700 billion Vietnam dong. Compared to the last month, it increased by 1.5%, and compared to the beginning of the year, it increased by 0.5%, of which the medium and long-term mobilized capital reached nearly 6,000 billion Vietnam dong, accounting for 8.9% of the total mobilized capital, an increase of 0.7% compared to the beginning of the year. And the capital mobilized is mainly from savings deposits, accounting for 66.7%, and the total outstanding credit debt at the end of February reached over 99,300 billion Vietnam dong, up to 1.3% over the previous month and up to 1% over the beginning of the year. The bad debt accounts for 1% of the total outstanding debt, a slight increase compared to 0.83% at the beginning of the year. The lending activities under the short-term preferential credit program have a total outstanding debt over 21,000 billion Vietnam dong, of which agriculture and rural loans reached nearly 10,000 billion Vietnam dong, a slight increase compared to the beginning of the year. Export loans increased by 13%, and loans to support small and medium-sized enterprises decreased by 2.5% compared to the beginning of the year.
In order to contribute to helping alcohol and tobacco products, especially handmade alcohol products, publicly sold and consumed on the market, be stamped in accordance with legal regulation. Recently, the Bronzo People Committee issued official dispatch number 606 requesting departments and branches to implement a number of contents according to their desired function and tasks. Accordingly, the Department of Industry and Trade shall reside over coordinate with relevant branches to review alcohol and tobacco production establishment in district, town, and city, evaluate the current situation of production and business, license, register, use stamp, register, declare, and pay taxes. At the same time, coordinate with the Bronzo Police, the Market Management Department, and the Bronzo Tax Department to strengthen the inspection and sanctioning of violation of the regulation on stamping alcohol and tobacco according to the government's regulation. The Tax Department reside over and coordinate with the Department of Industry and Trade, the Department of Market Management, the Department of Planning and Investment, the Bronzo Police to develop regulation on coordinating the review and evaluation of individuals, organizations producing alcohol and cigarettes that are actually operating in the area, production, condition, and permit, register for tax payment, registration, and use of electronic stamp according to regulations. District People Committee, levels, branches, business association, cooperative, alliance, lawless coordinate with tax authority to continue to thoroughly understand and direct the right implementation of the management of electronic tobacco stamp, alcohol electronic stamps in the area according to regulations. The Department of Information and Communication, the news agency in the province, coordinated with the Provincial Tax Department to remove the propaganda of the revisions of the law on the printing, issuance, management, and use of electronic stamps of tobacco and alcohol produced in the country.
And ladies and gentlemen, the supervision team of the District People's Council led by Mr. Bùi Trọng Bình, Vice Chairman of Tân Châu District People's Council, had the supervision of the District People's Committee on the state management of medical examination and treatment for the children. and the subject with the health insurance cards in the district from January of 2022 to December the 31st of 2023. And working with the monitoring team, there was Mrs. Nguyễn Thị Phương, Vice Chairwoman of the district's People Committee. In general, the use of health insurance in the district is organized and fully implemented in accordance with the guiding documents of Vietnam Social Security and ministries and branches on assessment, advance payments and settlement of medical examination costs. The medical treatment covered by health insurance is accordance with the provision of the law on the health insurance. At the supervision section, members of the supervision team expressed many opinions for the specialized branches of the District People's Committee and leaders of the District People's Committee to explain further, such as the shortage of medicine, the lack of supplies and biological products for examination, healing solutions for health sector to solve the current shortage of human resources. Speaking at the conclusion of the supervision section, Mr. Bùi Trọng Bình, Vice Chairman of the District People's Council, requested the District People's Committee to strengthen propaganda measures on the health insurance policies and benefits so that the people can better understand, soon propose solutions and met the recommendations to competent authorities to resolve the problems that members of the supervision team have commented. And ladies and gentlemen, the Central Committee Secretariat of the Youth Union has just decided to award the 2024 Lý Tự Trọng Award to 100 outstanding union officials nationwide, of which TayNinhTV has one individual receiving this kind of award. And these are union officials with outstanding and typical achievements, have initiatives and creative ideas that have been applied in practice, bringing the value to individuals, associations, and also the units. The Youth Union officials of the province honored to receive the Lý Tự Trọng Award this year is Mr. Lê Trọng Nghĩa, 29 years old, a member of the Youth Union Executive Committee of Tân Biên Broadband Joint Stock Company, Secretary of the Youth Union Branch of Tân Biên Headquarters, Kampong Thom. And with outstanding achievements in professional activities and the youth union work, Mr. Lê Trọng Nghĩa was awarded many certificates of merit by the Central Executive Committee of the Youth Union. And the program celebrating the 93rd anniversary of the founding of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union and awarding the 2024 Lý Tự Trọng Award will take place from March 21st to the 23rd of 2024 in Hà Tĩnh Province. And ladies and gentlemen, from the beginning of the dry season until now, there have been 4 forest fires in the province with an area of nearly 5,000 square meters, and therefore localities need to proactively prevent, respond, and effectively prevent the risks of forest fires, minimizing the number of forest fires and wildfires and the area of damage caused by wildfires. As for the Provincial Forest Protection Department, the unit is strictly implementing the 4 on-site motto: on-site forces, on-site command, on-site vehicles, and on-site logistics to quickly detect forest fires and extinguish them promptly to prevent the fires from spreading into other areas. In the province, there are currently more than 72,000 hectares of forest upon times which are on fire risk warning at level 5, which is an extremely dangerous level. During the level 5, which is considered one of the highest risk level today for the wildfire, we control it by trying to avoid fires. But if a fire does occur, we immediately extinguish it from beginning and don't let it spread to other areas. According to the assessment of the Forest Protection Department of the province, in the dry season, a number of forest fires often occur in the province. In particular, many fires stem from the people using fire to enter the forest to exploit honey, or the people burning planted forest vegetation, causing the fires to spread. And to effectively prevent and fight forest fires, through inspection work in some localities, the chairman of the Provincial People's Committee proposed that for business in the area or households that have production forests and site contracts, there must be commitment to ensure the good implementation of forest fire prevention and strict implementation of regulations on forest fire prevention. Forest fires of the district with the forest must have a separate plan stating synchronous solutions and clearly assigning responsibilities to the forces and proactively coordinating with the forest ranger and relevant forces to detect forest fires. And then we will extinguish it right from the beginning. And third, we will assign the forest ranger as well as local forces to review the existing equipment to promptly have a plan to propose replacement of equipment that has been used. and the old or the damaged and that cannot be used would be changed and replaced. The second, equip additional specialized equipment for warning, observation, and equipment directly participate in firefighting as soon as a fire is detected, even if it is a small fire. In addition to the stated tasks, the chairman of the Provincial People's Committee also requested the units and functional forces to organize on duty and duty assigned for 24 hours and duty process and encourage guard patrols in the key areas prone to protect the fires, and regularly check and operate the forest fire prevention and fighting equipment and facilities to avoid being passive and confused when a forest fire occurs, and promptly detect the fire points, mobilize the forces to control and extinguish forest fires in the shortest time, preventing the fires from spreading to other areas or become a large fires.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2023, the whole country recorded 82 deaths from rabies in 30 provinces. Only TayNinhTV province recorded 2 deaths from rabies in Gò Dầu and Bến Cầu district. In the first 2 months of 2024, the country had 20 cases of rabies in 14 provinces. From the above situation, rabies prevention and control is an urgent issue of concern to the state and authority at all levels.
Rabies is transmitted from animals, mainly dogs, cats, to the human through bites, scratches, and there is no treatment. Currently, the weather is right. The sunny times of the day is long, which is a favorable time for rabies in dog and cat that are likely to break out and spread. The People Committees of TayNinhTV province has issued a decision to promulgate the rabies prevention plan for the period 2022-2030. With the goal of controlling rabies in dogs and cats being raised, striving to no longer die from rabies by 2030. Specifically, by 2025, more than 70% of households raising dogs and cats must be managed. By 2030, the rate of rabies vaccination for dogs and cats is 100% of total herd, 100% of district, towns, and cities with rabies vaccination point, and anti-rabies serum for humans. Dogs and cat owners are responsible for registering and declaring to Commune People Committee, committing to raising dogs and cats in captivity. When taken out of the house, they must be leased a muzzle. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Medicine strengthened the implementation of rabies propaganda and prevention. The difference in this year's propaganda is that the Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sub-Department will implement the pilot model in school propaganda at the 2 junior high schools in Hoa Thanh Town. And the training session on rabies prevention is also one of the content within the framework of rabies prevention programs in the province. For many years, the Department of Livestock and Veterinary Medicine has organized free French dog vaccination on livestock in accordance with regulation. However, there are many cases where dog owners don't comply with registration, let the dog run wild. The local government has not applied the risk reduction, while from 2023, the task catching dog free will be transferred to authorities of communes were entailed to implement. We really need the coordination of local authorities in the management of dogs and cats in district, towns, and cities, carrying the work of catching dogs to run around. This is the important issue contributing improving the efficiencies of rabies prevention. TayNinhTV Animal Husbandry of Veterinary Sub-Department will regularly perform professional tasks well, but in order for the situation to change positively, it is necessary for the cooperation of the communities, especially households who are raising dogs and cats.
And ladies and gentlemen, originating from a special interest in motor airplanes combined with a passion for conquest and creativity, there is a nice guy in Hanoi who owns a collection of hundreds of aircraft. And not stopping at regular airplanes, he and his friends are also dreaming of creating a large-size airplanes model with a high applicability in life. Not surrendering to the failure, preserving with passion. Up to now, Lưu Văn Nam and his friends have owned a collection of hundreds of model airplanes, and they are simulated like real planes and can even retract their wings, flash flies, and release smoke while flying. Firefighters on these high-rise buildings put up ropes to spray into the tall buildings. Second, we have completed from 80 to 90% of rescue at sea. Within 1 minute, the plane could have pulled spoils and life jackets out for the victims while waiting for rescue work and rescue teams to arrive. This subject takes a lot of time and also requires a lot of experience, but with the passion, I also can fly. Like Nam, from your passion, you have hundreds of aircrafts and film and also applications that he feels are feasible, and I hope that he'll be successful. The passion for discovering and conquering new things is the motivation for these young people to constantly be creative. And they also prove that though the sky is vast and not easy to conquer, but as long as you don't give up, you will succeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.